Hi guys, good morning. This is Rani. I welcome you all to EduStar online session. How are you guys? Yes, I hope you are doing good. The last session we have started the lesson chapter 5 colon petroleum. Is it so you know? Yes. We have discussed about what is natural resources and then inexhaustible resources, exhaustible resources and then what is renewable, what is non-renewable. This renewable and non-renewable is coming under the category of exhaustible resources. Is it so you know? Yes. I hope you are all remembering that points. Okay guys. Let's see that exhaustible natural resources. Okay. What under coming under the exhaustible natural resources? What is the definition of or what is the meaning of exhaustible natural resource? Yes, that is resources are present in the limited quantity. The resources present in the limited quantity in nature. Is it so you know? Yes, they are all known as what? Exhaustible natural resources. So can you say some example? Yes, that is coal, petroleum and natural gases. These are coming under the exhaustible natural resources because they are that resources are present in the limited quantity in the nature. Is it so you know? Yes. Okay guys. These are all further known as fossil fuels. Why they are all known as fossil fuels? What does meaning of fuel? Yes. In our home we are all using that is what? Natural gas which gives what for you? Heat and energy. Is it so you know? Yes. So the materials which are burnt to produce heat and energy are known as fuel. Fuel nothing but what? A material. Okay, the materials which are burnt and then produce heat and energy. And it produce heat and energy. That is called fuel. That's all. That's a definition for fuel. Definition of fuel. Okay guys? Yes. What is the word fossil? That fossil, that means what? Dead and decaying matter of what is that? Dead and that is so many years before. Okay, that is dead matters are buried under the earth. Due to the pressure and temperature, they are formed as a fossil. That only known as what? Fossil. So fossil, that means what? Dead remains of plants and animals buried under the millions of years ago. Okay, fossil, that means what? The dead remains of plants and animals buried under the earth millions of years ago. That is called a fossil. So now fossil fuel, that means what? Fossil fuel examples are what? Coal, petroleum. Is it so you know? Yes. So fossil fuel. Fuel, that means which gives, what is that? The materials burnt and it to produce heat and energy. Fossil, that means what? It's buried the millions years before, it buried under the water. Which one? Dead plants and animals buried under the earth and it forms as a fossil. So now can you guess how the coal and petroleum is formed? How it comes? Yes guys. Let's see how they are formed and then what and all. Okay, one by one. That composition, that fossil fuel, that what and all known as fossil fuel? Natural gas, petroleum and coal. Is it so you know? Yes. What is the composition of natural gas? Carbon. The main thing, look at this picture, the main thing of these, all those three is what? The chemical component of all three, the main chemical component of all three is what? Carbon, the first one. Is it so you know? Yes. Okay. And then composition of natural gases, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur and oxygen. And then composition of petroleum, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen and mineral. Composition of the chemical composition of coal is carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen and minerals. Okay guys? Yes. Let's see coal. What is coal? Where and all we have seen this already? I think you might have seen this one in the railway track near. Is it so? And then hotels. Hotels. What is that? To make grilled chickens. What is that? Chulas they using. Is it so? In chulas they using. I hope you might have seen. Okay, guys. Let's see what is coal. Coal is a fossil fuel. Already we have seen. Is it so? Yes. How it does look like? It's a hard and a black color. It's hard and a black. Where it is found? Where it is found? It found in the deep coal mines. Okay? Deep coal mines. Let's see how the coal is formed. The gradual decay and compression of dead remains of plants and animals. Okay, in the absence of air. In the absence of air, that means what will happen there? Anaerobic respiration. Is it so? Yes. Okay, the bacteria which is responsible for the anaerobic respirations in the earth is bacteria and some microorganism. Is it so? Already we have studied about these in your lower classes. Anaerobic respiration process. Is it so? Yes. Totally what? Deplenize or decay the matters, dead remains of plants and animals. Okay, in the absence of air. And due to the compression and heat or temperature, the coal is formed. The plants are dead remains converted into coal. Okay, but time duration taking too much. The time duration will be long. Okay, guys? Yes. The coal now how it is formed? Yes, by the gradual decay and compression of remains of dead plants and animals in the absence of air. That's all. Okay? Okay, guys. In India, where and all we have get this or we are receiving this coal? In which places? Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Big coal mines where it is? Big coal mines where it is? Yes, Zaria and Bokaro. Zaria and Bokaro. Look at that. Zaria and Bokaro in Jharkhand. And then another one is Raniganj. These two, in these two places we can get, what is that? That large coal mines are there. Okay, guys? Yes. Due to how the coal was formed. Let's see. 300 million years. Okay, 300 million years ago. The huge forest is there, the huge forest grew around the 300, what is that, on the earth. Covering the huge forest covering the earth before 300 million years ago. Due to the natural calamities such as what? Earthquakes and volcanoes. Let's see how the coal is formed. Okay, the huge forest. Okay, 300 million years ago. 300 million ago. Look at this. Okay, huge forest, grew around the 300 million years ago. Covering that is what? Covering the most the earth. Most of the places are covered by that forest. Is it so? Yes. Due to the natural calamities such as what? Earthquakes and volcanoes. The forest got buried, totally destroyed and then got buried under the soil. Okay. So, the dead remains of plants and animals converted into peat coal. Okay. First it formed as first it buried under the soil and then the dead remains converted into peat coal. Look at this. Okay, converted into peat coal. What is the chemical composition of peat coal? The main composition is what? Carbon. So how much carbon compounds are there? 60%. This peat coal consists 60% of carbon. Okay. So the time duration what? Increased. So due to the sedimentary rock, in between the sedimentary rock it will be there. It was there. So due to the compression of sedimentary layer, it form as a lignite coal. It form as a lignite coal. Okay. First it form as peat and then it form as a lignite coal. What is the chemical composition of a lignite coal? 60 to 70. The peat coal composition, chemical composition is 60% carbon. Here 60 to 70% carbon. 10% increase due to the time and pressure. Okay. And then again further compression. Again it compressed, you know. Yes. Due to that compression and temperature, it form as a sedimentary coal, bituminous coal. It form as a bituminous coal. What is the chemical composition of this bituminous coal? 70 to 80% carbon. It consists 70 to 80%. Okay. Eventually, what is that? The last anthracite is formed. This anthracite consists 90% of carbon. 90% of carbon. So the first, which one is formed? Peat. And then second, lignite. And third, bituminous. And then fourth one is anthracite. What is the peat coal composition? 60% of carbon. Lignite percentage is 60 to 70. And the bituminous percentage is 70 to 80. And anthracite consists of how much amount of carbon? 90% of carbon. Okay. This coal only best variety of coal. Which one? Anthracite. Anthracite is the best variety of coal. Okay guys? Yes. Let's see. Destructive distillation of coal. Okay? Yes. Destructive distillation, that means what? See that, look at this picture. We can distillate the coal by this process, by this experiment. Okay? Let's see how it will be. First we need what and all? Small amount of coal, powder coal. And then apparatus such as what? Boiling tube and then corks and then delivery tubes and beaker. Okay. First what we have to do? First we need to heat the powder coal with a burner. We can observe the dark brownish grey vapor settled or present in the, what is that, solidified the nature, that carbon present in the mouth of the test tube. Here, look at here. Okay, we can, when we burn this powder coal with burner, that time we can notice dark brownish grey vapor, okay, settled in the test tube. This vapor, escape into the conical flask. This conical flask, from this conical flask it escape, and then through the delivery tube it reach the another one beaker consists that test tube. Okay. Yes. Here we can notice top layer clear liquid. Okay, the top layer a clear liquid we can notice. That is called a ammonical liquor. And the layer contains a thick black color liquid called a coal tar. And colorless gas, here that upper portion colorless gas we can notice. That is coal gas. Okay guys, by this experiment wise we can distillate the coal. If we distillate the coal, that time we can get what and all? Coal tar and then coal gas, and another one is ammonifical liquor. Is it so? Yes. Let's see what is the uses of coal. In railway engines, in olden days we can look at this picture. Is it so? Yes, that railway engines to produce the steam, to run the engine, okay, to run the engine, this coal is used to produce steam, okay, yes. And then another one is in chulas. We can see this picture. What is that? This type of thing we can see in the hotels. Is it so? Yes, in home also. So this coal is used in chulas. And another one is thermal power station near Thuthukudi. Is it Tuticorin is there? The thermal power station. Yes, that places also coal is used to produce the heat energy. Okay, guys. Yes, and then some organic compounds such as phenol, benzene, toluene, and the naphthalene. For the production of these organic compounds, this coal is used. And then what is the composition? What is that? Due to the distillation process, we can get 3 or 4. What is that? Coke, and then coal tar, and then ammonifical liquor. We can get, yes, after distillation. Yes, what is coke? Coke, it's a secondary fuel. Coal is a primary fuel, and then coke is a secondary fuel. How it will be? It's a tough, okay. Of the final distillation process, we can get it this. Black residue is left behind the boiling tube. The distillation at the time of distillation process, okay, that is called a coke, okay. That coke, which color it is? Gray is black. And then where and all we have used, and the composition is how much composition? 98% carbon compound is there in the coke. Okay, and what is the uses of coke? It's used in the raw material for the industries of extraction of metals, okay, to extract the metals. It's used as a reducing agent, oxidizing agent, okay, yes, to extract the metals. You will learn about this extraction of metals in your higher classes. Simply we reduce the oxygen from the metals. That time we can extract the metals from the ore. Okay. Naturally we can get the metals from the ores only. Is it so? Yes. How they are converted into metals? So that time it's used as this coal only used as a reducing agent. Okay. Yes. And then iron and steel industries to heat the furnace. Okay. And another one is coal tar. Okay, what is coal tar? It's a black, thick liquid, and then with unpleasant smell, which has unpleasant smell. Is it so? Yes. This also we can get from the distillation process. Okay, and then what is the uses? It's used to produce the paints, and then dyes, and synthetic fibers also. The coal tar, what is the uses of coal tar? To produce the chemical substances are starting the materials for manufacture the dyes, explosives, what is that? TNT, okay, explosive material. To produce these explosive materials also, this coal tar is used. Okay, the chemical substances, some chemical substances present in the coal tar is there, Yes. Here, this coal tar contains 200 different carbon compounds. Look at here, how much? 200 different carbon compounds. Which one? This coal tar contains. Okay, consist. So, these can be separated into many important chemical substances. Okay, like such as toluene, benzene, naphthalene, and phenol, by the process of fractional distillation. That is distillation process wise we can get the coal tar, and then coal gas and then ammonifical liquor. Is it so? Yes. From this coal tar, we can produce so much of chemical substances like toluene, benzene, naphthalene and phenol by the fractional distillation process. So we can use this coal tar to produce or to manufacture dyes, explosives and paints, varnishes, pesticides, plastics, synthetic fibers. We can use this coal tar. This coal tar is used to manufacture these and all. Okay? Yes. What about coal gas? That is obtained by the destructive distillation of coal. It burns to produce the heat due to the, what is that? It's an excellent fuel we are using in our home. Is it so? Yes. It has high calorific value, heat energy. It produces lot of heat energy. High calorific value. Okay guys? Yes. And another one is ammonium compounds. These ammonium compounds, ammonifical liquor, we have seen, yes. That ammonical liquor is used to manufacture the nitrogenous compounds. Okay? Yes guys. Let's see the petroleum in the upcoming session. Okay guys, be safe, stay at home. Thank you.